Hey, my name is Sofia Wren, and it's a Sunday morning, and I've just had a huge realization in the last 24 hours that was really integrated with some work I was doing this morning with EFT tapping and working with my dreams and thinking. And I've realized that it's so easy to deceive ourselves. It's so easy to think our biggest fears are something other than they're not. And at least for me and many people that I work with, I think this holds true. And excuse the cat. Just making this entire video about her. Um, and what's funny is that I never thought I was a judgmental person. I've always been a very open person. I've always thought that, as far back as I can remember, that it's really unnecessary to make judgments about people, especially before you really know the whole picture, and it usually gets in the way, and it's not spiritual, and it's not refined, and everything. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. So when ever a judgment came to my mind, I would immediately dismiss it and try to squelch it, put it out of my mind as if it had never been there, and just clear the slate so I could be open canvas and really hear what people are saying. But through some different systems I use with my clients and the kind of clients that have been drawn to me lately and we've been doing work together, I really have realized that, yes, I do have judgments. I am a judgmental person. I'm making judgments all the time. But the thing is that often, those judgments are about myself. And so in the past, when I was afraid of judgment for my book, From Doormat to Dominatrix and Beyond, it's all about freedom. Oh, how I've been afraid of judgment about this book. And oh, how I have judged myself for writing this book and going through the experiences it contains. And it's been extremely difficult growth period. And it's ripe with opportunity, as is all of this realization of this deception, of this secret that has been going on. And I want to thank myself for asking questions about really digging in and being like, why is this not moving, or what is under this, and continuing to learn and to be open-minded, even if I think, I've done this before, or, oh, I've already looked at this. Oftentimes we're very complex creatures, and sometimes we need to do things over and over again to really see, to really comprehend, to really let it sink in, to understand. So what I wanted to share is all of this, because perhaps it sparks something for you. And if you do fear other people are going to judge you, other people are going to dismiss you, if you think that judgment's not high-minded, really take a look at where you're doing the judging. It might be really under the surface. You might not even hear yourself, but try to think of people that you judge. And you can try using EFT or tapping as you kind of just let yourself go on a rant and judge them. And you might realize hey, this is really holding me back, because there is all of this energy being expended in judgment in my life. And I never realized that I was using it to hold myself back, to trap myself into certain options and being very inflexible with myself. And it is good to judge sometimes. We do need to discern. But we also need to allow ourselves acceptance and to really sink into the freedom of that, instead of having one foot out in judgment, one foot in acceptance. If you're having troubles with this, let me know. But I just want to especially say that I realized that ultimately the fear of being judged by other people, which had really, because I didn't want to judge people because it hurt so much when I was judged. I didn't want to be judged. I don't want to be judged. But really, ultimately, it comes down to, I don't want other people to convince me that I need to judge myself for my own good, for the good of others. I don't want other people to brainwash me into judging myself. Ultimately, my fear is that I'm going to judge myself. And when you find that pathway, that it really is something that you can control, it's okay, well, I'm going to work on that right now. If it's fear of abandonment, then maybe you're abandoning yourself. To judgment, maybe you're judging yourself. I just think it's time to remove the deception. And if you have any questions that you're still trying to figure out answers to, I really recommend checking out my sacred writing ceremony for the new moon this weekend or beyond. It's still good. It'll really help you to get these huge inspirations dropping in. So I hope you have a really great day. That's all from Sofia Wren.